What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be showing you how to get more wins on the brand new map in Warzone for Season 2, Fortune's Keep Solos. Let's get into it. So yeah, what we're going to be doing today in this video is we're going to be using the MTZ-762 and we're going to be using the AMR-9. And we have some different builds to try out for you guys. And on top of that, what we're going to be doing is something that I do in my streams a lot that a lot of people like to do is I'm going to be walking through every single thought that is going through my mind when we're playing this game, just so you guys can have more of an understanding of what I'm thinking when I'm actually playing for a win, to help you guys just have some more tips and tricks of just how to win more of these solo games, especially on this brand new map. Or, well, brand new, you know what I mean, brand new to this Warzone, not really that new, but it's got some new lighting and stuff. And with that being said, it is time for door transition, baby. Ready? Boom. And we're into the map. The first thing that I want to do is try and get my loadout fast, and usually I want to land on a scavenger, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of people here most likely. So I got the scavenger. And now I'm going to try and play for these kills. This guy's on high ground right now, so I'm going to try and do some damage. I see his parachute, so I'm going to chase him off to the left and see if he, like, went all the way down. He did. The scavenger popped really, really far, which is not ideal. But it looks like we have all of this to loot. So instead of just going straight for the scavenger, I'm going to make sure I loot all my stuff first. And then after that, we will be in a pretty good spot to do some more. So we're going to keep looting up here. If there's no more loot, I'm going to call this recon drone in to give myself just some eyes. So we're not going to be able to get the scavenger done right away. Kills will help us get some money. We do see someone right here, which is nice to know. He's probably all the way under. He might come up this zip line, though. Oh, there he is. Okay. So he's right down here. I'm going to do some damage. All right. He seems like a pretty good player. We hit some decent shots, but since I don't have, like, a good spot to, like, kind of fly on him, it's definitely not going to work very, very well. See what this guy's doing, though. So he's still down here. We're going to probably have to hit this guy with some more bullets before we take that shot. So now we're going to be able to take some space. He's going to be able to get some plates on again, so I don't want to just run at him, especially because I'm not full plated. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more damage if I can. Oh my god, bro. I like got caught on the... I'm dead. GG's. That's not what you want to do there, is not get caught on the ledge. I didn't mean to lie down there, so. But now this is a big thing that I really want to address. So obviously not the best start out of us, and it's going to happen. And especially when you guys are playing this game, I'm sure you know, like, if you're not the best player, like, you have a bad start. This next decision is how you win more games, and this is going to be so important in resurgences. On the bottom left of my screen, it says landing. This activation timer of when I get my resurgence back and I can respawn again does not happen until I hit the ground. And of course, looting and picking up stuff out of bags and everything is going to help that. So you don't want to just land back and rage back onto where the guy that killed you is, as much as you want to, like, kind of land in a place that's safe that probably has loot. So I'm going to pick, like, this trailer per se. I don't see too many people around here. I'm going to hit the ground immediately. I'm going to start looting, and you can see 14 seconds on the bottom left is now when I can respawn. So instead of just challenging, I'm actually going to play a little bit slow here. I'm going to wait this 5 seconds out, and then once I'm able to respawn again, that's kind of when you can go a little bit crazy and obviously, you know, try and find some guns and stuff. So now that we can find some guns, we see some people here. We're going to see if we can catch some kills. So can I kill this guy before he drops down? No. If we see this guy up here too, put some shots down on that. Not going to land those shots. Kind of just wait until this loadout comes. That's going to be the biggest thing, is getting your loadout, right? So just going to loot around here. I don't have a self-revive anymore, so if I can get some more money, that could be clutch, but we'll see what we got. I think that's a ram, right? We'll definitely pick up the ram and a throwing knife. There's two things we can do here. We can buy our loadout, but since we're getting a free loadout soon, I'm not going to buy my loadout yet, as much as I'm going to look for a little bit more money to try and buy a self-revive. I did not see that guy at all. This guy goes down, and now instead of using, you know, going out into the open to kill him, I'm going to use my throwing knife to get that finish. Now that I got that kill, I'm going to go see what this guy had for loot. Now, if you look up on the top left of your mini-map, that's when people are going to be pinged on your... Oh my god. That guy came out of nowhere. What I was going to say is, you know, you look on your mini-map, you see the red line around my mini-map now too. That means I'm on a UAV as well. That is the new addition to the game. So I'm going to buy a self-revive, and I'm going to make my way to this loadout. So I'm on a UAV, and now I'm not. So now there are no UAVs that I'm on, which makes me a little bit more confident while I'm running around, right? So it's definitely good to use your minimap even more now. And we're going to see what we can find. So this guy is over here. He's on the loadouts. He saw me before. I'm going to try and snake up here and get the kill. I'm going to pop this dead silence because I am really weak. I got that assist, so I know that guy died, but that means someone else is shooting at me. I'm getting shot in the back over here. Now, I'm going to try and disengage here if I can. This guy's probably going to chase me. If he does, I'm going to use this cover. I'm going to listen for some footsteps. And I hear him above me, but I think I should be able to avoid that guy. And I'm going to be playing at a little bit faster of a pace than what you guys might play at normally. And if you guys want to see another video like this, I will 100% slow it down and try and relate my gameplay to a little bit more of a slow play style to how to win, you know, every game in Fortune's Keep that we're doing. I'm going to try and do some damage to this guy. Get that kill. Now we're going to get our loadout right away. Always make your most favorite loadout your number one. And now we're going to make a push. So this guy just got a kill. He's in front of me. I'm going to slide on this guy. He's going to jump down. So that means he's jumping. I'm going to be able to chase this guy because I have like a height advantage and pretty much an easy kill. And all right, we got 4 kills. There's 28 seconds left. I'm on a UAV again. So therefore, I'm going to try and make my way up back to like just like the high ground. I don't see anyone right now on my minimap flying in or anything or any like pings. Now we can take a breather. We can take a breather for a second. I hear a chest under myself. And a big thing that you want to do when you're playing Resurgence is you can be a little bit risky because you can obviously, you know, respawn. But at the same time, keeping your money high in any game that you're trying to win is always really, really important. So this guy's landed here. We made this guy really weak, so we're going to take some space on it. We're going to get the easy kill right there. And the reason why you want to keep your money high is because you can always buy UAVs and stuff to give yourself more info during these fights. So I'm going to pop this UAV. We don't really need to rotate, so I'm going to just kind of go over towards some action. And as we're rotating, we're going to do like one thing too. We're going to use our minimap to make sure we can see everyone that like is kind of around us that's not ghosted. And then of course we want to make sure that we're rotating towards cover. So we see this guy. I'm going to slide across, wait for him to shoot his gun more, and then boom. Wait for him to shoot his gun there. Obviously, he's pre-firing. He's going to use all that ammo, and then by the time he's done, I timed it up perfectly where I can slide on him so he can actually not shoot me with bullets. So now I'm going to make sure this guy's not landing back on me. Sometimes they like to rage land on you. I don't really see him right now. There he is. He's pinged on my minimap again. He's above me. It looks like he's trying to land back on top of me again, so I'm going to go push this out. He shouldn't have that good of a gun. Easiest kill ever. So that was what I was explaining earlier, is when you're playing this game, your regain is not trying to land on your stuff sometimes, because if you do that, you're going to find yourself dead pretty quickly. Even myself, I do that to myself all the time. But now the big thing with Resurgence too is everything happens just a little bit faster. So you can see here now too, I have a lot of money. Fire sale. I'm going to call a UAV. I'm going to buy another UAV. Then I'm going to buy a muni box just in case for some smokes. I'm going to throw this muni box down. And I'm always going to have extra smokes. And these smokes will probably come in handy, especially in a more of a dicey situation. There's a guy on my minimap right behind me. He's inside. Now, I have a choice here to either push this guy. Probably going to go on top of this, right? Looked like he was about to try and hop up top. Did he? He did. This guy definitely sees me. So I'm going to kind of see what he does here. Make a decision. I have another UAV with all the money that I just had. We're going to see what we're doing. Now, there's people looking at me from a bunch of different angles. We're going to use those smokes that I was just talking about to rotate. And everything happens at a lot faster of a pace on Resurgence, so we definitely want to hit a rotation. Now, you don't always want to go low ground, but sometimes, especially on a map like Fortune's Keep, this low ground area can definitely be your best friend for a little bit until you obviously want to try and regain and get to the top. Try and put some shots down on that guy. Now that I've just shot, there's going to be a lot of action my way. So instead of just standing still and controlling that area where I just shot at, I want to get lost a little bit. Now, a big thing here is you can have patience and stay low ground if you really kind of want to camp. But at the same time, the best way to get better at Call of Duty and, you know, winning more is by getting better and playing Resurgence and multiplayer. The more gunfights you get into, the better you will be at. So you can see right now below my minimap, it says 49 seconds left, 48, 47. That is your Resurgence mark. After that goes to 0, you cannot spawn in anymore. So kind of making use of the Resurgence timer is really good too to play more aggressive. So for the sake of this, I'm gonna run around just a little bit more than I normally would right now, because if I do die, I have one last chance of regaining. And then after that is where you have to need like to slow down your game. That's probably another big tip of when you're playing this, is like kind of knowing when you can slow down your game on top of knowing how to regain. So I still have some time to see if I can get a kill. I'm gonna put some shots down on that guy. Not going to get the kill. Going to look around, and we're not really seeing too much. So now that there's only 5 seconds left, it is now time to get a little bit more smoke grenades, because they always do come in handy. I think my rule is to always have at least 2 extra, so it's either 4 to 6 smokes in your inventory. Always do really help. We see a guy top left. Put some shots down there. He's weak. If he does re-challenge me, I'm going to hold my ground because I have a little bit more health than him. He's not going to do that. And now this is where we slow down. So you can see I'm kind of in the circle. I'm going to put those smokes in there, refill my ammo, and now I have those 6 smokes that I was talking about. And at this moment, there's only 8 people left. What we want to do is just kind of chill and use this like high ground that we have to get the kill. And if you look around when you want to read the endgame circle, I'm at the high ground right now, right? There's a guy up there. But this guy is at the highest point of the map over here. So when this rotates in, I should probably focus him first if I can, because if I can focus him first, that will be the easiest kill, because he has to actually jump off towards me. As you can see here, we're kind of exchanging shots right now. And then as I'm kind of going back and forth with that guy, I'm doing some shoulders to look around. So right now, you want to really be aware of your surroundings and control like your surroundings as much as you can without overextending. And that is what I'm doing. So again, we're exchanging shots. This guy's eventually going to have to jump. And the more he hurts me, he's probably going to take a risk and jump soon. So this guy does have to rotate. If I mark that right now and use this, you can see that when this circle gets there, he actually has to push. That's also a really pretty good tip to just know like when they're actually going to push. So looking around again, I don't hear any footsteps. And there you go. We catch one, kind of just hopping off there, and we get an easy kill. It looks like that was the guy that we were worried about. So now we're going to take the ultimate high ground here of this and use this to catch people rotating in. So now there's only 2 other people left. I have the high ground, and now what we want to do is just shoulder around and try and find this kill. I'm also talking a lot, so I can't always hear the footsteps under me. So let's go. Now it's time. I think I hear a footstep under me right now. I do. So we know there's a guy under me, and then we're looking for one more. Always use your pings to kind of read the circle to know like what the high ground will be in. So I can technically stay up here. Oh no, I fell off. That is not good. And immediately go back to the high ground that I was just on. We don't have a gas mask, and that was probably our one big mistake that we made, is not prioritizing that at the buy when I could have. So now we are probably not in the most favorable position, but all right, we do hear footsteps under me this way. Where is this guy is the problem. What we want to probably do is get on that wall so we can kind of turn around. So we're going to early rotate here for a second. Turn around and use this wall as a head glitch. I hear footsteps under me to my left as well. Now we kill that guy, but this guy's probably going to make a move. Maybe not. Pop one plate. Use that throwing knife. And see if that was the same guy. That could have been the same guy. So it looks like it was. So we're going to go back up towards the high ground and use this to kind of look down and see if we can see our guy. So I just got high alert to the left. We see this guy down low. Use our high ground. He didn't, you know, he hit me. We know where he is. I hear him in the water right now. Gonna shoulder peek again. We don't want to panic in these scenarios. Right now is a good time to take a deep breath if you get a little bit nervous and see what we can find. So I heard him in water, so I'm assuming he ran to this side of the water. We did, so still going to keep this high ground. My next move is going to be to jump on this rock right here and then use smoke grenades to make it mixy if I have to. Now that we've done some damage here, I have Mountaineer. I'm going to use the Mountaineer, jump on him, and get the kill. W. But you can see that majority of my game right there, even though I'm talking the entire time, I'm kind of trying to talk to you through my thought process of just like rotating a little bit ahead, making sure you're playing that circle. You don't always have to go too early, and then using like the beginning of the time where you can actually make sure you're regaining in the resurgence to be a little bit more risky if you need to. Try and gather your money for those late game, like, you know, muni boxes and UAVs and all that stuff, and then kind of end the game with that. So hopefully, you know, that entire kind of just display helped you a little bit just understand like what I'm thinking, or like what like a pro player or whatever you want to call it is thinking kind of when they're playing. If you did like this kind of style of video, definitely drop a like on this video, because I'm obviously going to try and do more of these. But let's show you guys what loadouts we were rocking and just talk a little bit more about how you can get some more wins. So really quick, before we go into the loadouts, you notice that I was using a lot of smoke grenades and then the throwing knives. I like throwing knives on Resurgence, specifically on Fortune's Keep, because a lot of people are just going to be able to go down and not just instantly die like they would in a regular solo. And using that throwing knife is going to save you a lot of ammo on those finishing kills that can actually save your life if another solo tries to third party you. So I do like to use throwing knives. So throwing knives are definitely super helpful. Those smoke grenades are always going to be your best friend, and having extras in your pocket are always going to help. And then the biggest thing here that you notice at the end of the game that I was going to be able to do a lot of damage and be really aggressive when I have that high ground, especially on a very vertical map that with like Fortune's Keep with those really big divots, is going to be my perks. And if you look at my perks right here, you can see that I had Mountaineer. Now Mountaineer is going to reduce that fall damage and make it possible to jump down like I did at the end without taking any damage or getting that stun effect from, I think, up to like almost 50 meters, I'm pretty sure. So Mountaineer on a map like Vondel and a map like Fortune's Keep and Resurgence is huge. You can use this on big map too if you want. I love cold-blooded in solo specifically because a lot of people use high alert, including myself. So it's a great way to counter that, and I don't think you need quick fix in solos because you're not really fighting like, you know, 7 people at once or 4 people at once. And then high alert's always going to be your best friend too. So these perks are really, really important to use when you were just playing Resurgence and Fortune's Keep in general, in my opinion. I definitely recommend Mountaineer, cold-blooded, and high alert. Double time is not necessary. I just like the movement aspect of it, but you can definitely get creative with it too. And then going from there, these were the loadouts that we were using. So right now with the nerfs and the buffs and stuff, this MTZ seems to be kind of creeping into the meta, and this is what I was rocking. Very, very good gun. I didn't even need the Jack BFB muzzle because of how straight this gun shoots. And yeah, so the MTZ is pretty good. They did not nerf the damage, so this gun might be one of the meta weapons right now. We'll kind of wait and see. Warzone 3 Season 2 is still kind of getting there with the meta. And then this AMR9 class, I'm not gonna lie, I stole this one straight from Hisoka. He is one of the best players in the world, and I wanted to give it a try. I didn't get to use it too much, but in general, it did feel really, really good. I would say this is more of an advanced player's build. So if you use this and you don't like it, I would completely understand. But at the same time, a big reason why this gun is so good is if you hit the stats of this gun, you see that the 24-meter damage range threshold means that it gets that really, really quick time to kill all the way up to 24 meters, which is insane, especially with the HRM9 nerf coming into effect. And that was from 16 meters all the way down to 12. So this is a really good gun right now. This might be one of the best guns right now. I recommend trying it out and just seeing what you guys like. You can get really crafty with this build too, and you can also build it to shoot really, really straight if you're not the most advanced player. So that was what I was rocking. That was my thought process on how to get some more wins on Fortune's Keep. If you enjoyed this video, again, smash the like button. Comment below if you want to see something else like that again. I will continue to try and make videos on how to get better at Call of Duty, as well as our typical gameplays that we've been doing too for fun. So if you guys enjoyed it, like it, and all that good stuff. And as always, it's been your boy Crowder, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.